Hey, so I just want to say, um, my name is Desmond Young. Thank you for listening. I don't yet have a name for, I guess, this thing that I want to do currently. But I am excited for it. I'm excited for it. I think recently um, I've been just pondering on this idea of like documentation, like no matter whatever it may be, like the good, the bad, the ugly, just everything. I don't know. I want to have like just these things that I can look back on, like me as a young man, because I know I'm 22 currently. I recently turned 22, but I know I won't always be 22. Like I won't always be this person, like this version of myself currently. So it's like I wanna be able to look back and just say like, oh, what was I thinking about? Like what kind of mindset was I in? Like I'll have like an idea, but I think in doing like this thing here, I can have like actual footage of me, like this version of me, like right now. And I want to see like how far I've come, like my growth, my progress, like how I'm thinking, my mindset, and just even like goals that I have at this moment now. Like looking back, did I accomplish those goals? Did I reach them? Did I fail? Or like how far did I surpass them or exceed them? Stuff like that like is exciting, and I'm excited to see like where that goes. Um, but yeah, I kind of want to do a re-intro. This would be like my first kind of video. But what I wanted to talk about, I guess, in this entry, my first entry, is the idea of play, like just that word, Play. I think being 22, I'm like right at the point where, I'm in my 20s. They say, oh, it's your time to figure yourself out, like have a good time, enjoy your 20s. It's like right before your 30s, but it's like past your teenage years. So you're like you're an adult for sure, but people may not see you as an adult. They're like, oh, this little kid. Especially me being 22. Um, so I don't know, but it's also interesting because like things that I'm dealing with now, like at times they do seem very stressful. I'm in college. I attend Washington University in St. Louis, and I graduate in like a month. And I recently finished like grad school applications, and I got into like six schools. I applied to like 10. I got into UC Berkeley in California. They're offering me like a full ride. So it's like, how can you turn down a full ride, right? Um, so I'm just excited for that. Um, but it's no like figuring out costs, figuring out all the problems that come with that I realize that I have to like figure out, and then still having like classes and graduating and like all these different things and interests and hobbies. Like obviously these are things that I chose for myself, but I think at times like maybe I how I approach them is maybe a bit too serious. Um, so I'm trying to find a balance between being serious about my future, my goals, my ambitions, and like my hobbies and like my relationships, and my social life. Like being serious about those things, but in a like playful manner. Like finding the balance between those two. Or even like slightly leaning more towards the playful. I think that life can get so like serious and monotone sometimes. And I definitely like want to avoid that. Like I have days where, maybe I'm like not as vibrant, not as vivid. And like those aren't like the best days because I'm like, man, but like I was feeling so great yesterday. I was feeling so good. I was feeling so confident. Like why am I allowing myself to be bogged down by, problems and future problems, things that aren't even like pertinent to me right this moment. And obviously like they will be at some point, but not right now. So I think I want to learn to find a balance between um like being playful about situations that are maybe serious. I don't know. It feels like a weird thing to want to be playful about. But I wanna like I wanna have memories that aren't just me feeling like stressed out or worried about the future because there is this idea that it's like, oh, when you're 22, like everything's gonna be okay. And I truly do believe everything will be okay. But it's hard to like feel that in the moment. And I want to practice like when I'm in that moment, when I'm feeling like I guess the weight of things and feeling bogged down, I want to practice like just saying everything's gonna be okay. Like smile more, laugh more. Like, don't let this thing get you down. Because in reality, there are things that um I've dealt with in the past that feels exactly like this, you know? Like, oh, like how am I gonna get through this? How am I gonna figure this out? And it's crazy because I figured it out and like I did it. It was successful. And obviously everything won't be successful, but I'm gonna go into it thinking that it will be. So therefore, if I'm going into it with that mindset, learning to just take a step back, breathe a bit, realize that it's gonna be okay, get through it, do the best you can, and just like have a good time through it. Like don't let it, impact everything else you have going on, everything else you're interested in. Don't let it become like this poison that seeps into other areas of your life, you know? Like I want to look back on this period of my life and say, man, that was like stressful, but like I didn't let it get to me. Like I still had a good time. I enjoyed like, those final weeks of my senior year. Like I think that's what I'm trying to figure out. Um and with this like documentation thing that I want to do, I want each entry to be um about a certain like specific topic, like play, goals, ambitions, um, I don't know, emotional maturity, like family life, architecture, art, like I don't know, just like things that I'm interested in at this point in time. Because maybe I won't always be. Like maybe when I'm 25, there are some things that I've like given up, that I've experienced enough of, and I don't know. I just documentation just feels like so important to me. Um, and I think it'll be interesting, like you know, like if I have like a family someday, like oh look, like this is me when I was 22. Like I don't know, that seems kind of cool to me. I don't even if I'm like 30, like this will be 8 years in the past, and I'll be watching it, and I'll say, dang, like okay, I was doing my thing at 22, or I'm gonna be like, man, I was such a kid, I was so childish. Like what you smiling for? I don't know. I hope I don't think that, but yeah. Um, I don't know how long I want each entry to be. I kind of want this to be like a flow of consciousness. Um, but we're gonna see. We're gonna see. Well, thank you for listening. If you're listening, um, I hope that I can continue to be consistent with this. I think it's just also a great way to just get my thoughts out. I think we spend so much time, or at least me personally, with just everything like kept inside, ruminating. I think it's good to just get it out, clear the air. And yeah, I'm hoping this can be like an audio slash visual, like diary in a sense. But yeah, I just want to say thank you for listening. I hope that you're having a great day, great time, or whenever or wherever you're listening to this at. And thank you.